Really sure you're ready.
Yeah. We're ready? Ladies and gentlemen, happy Friday. Welcome to Finish the Story. I am your host, Keegan Ray. We're recording this on the 4th of July, so happy 4th of July, Trent.
Yep, we're both sad about it.
Yeah. I'm
Bro.
joined here by my co-host, producer, and best friend, Mr. Trent Ludzak. How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm good. Nothing
Yeah.
like an AM 4th of July podcast.
I know. At least we're not hungover.
No.
The last time I think we did an AM podcast was at Ryan Easterbrook's house, and good Lord.
That was a tough hangover. That one,
Yeah.
I think it made us funnier, though, for some
That was
reason.
one I was going to say. That's like when you stay up too late, you get goofy. Sometimes you're so hungover, you get goofy.
Yeah.
You're like, I feel terrible, and I'm still kind of drunk.
Yeah. It wasn't a good. I would say it was a good episode, not a good time.
Yeah. Right afterwards, I was like, I'm going to shit. Like, right after the episode, like, wow.
I'm pretty sure we had a toilet rush right after. We were all trying to get in
Yeah,
there.
it was like a fucking concert. We had a line out the door. Yeah. But yeah, man, happy 4th of July. You got any plans today? You doing anything fun for the 4th?
No plans at all.
No, man, me either. I'm not drinking. So I
I'm
was
probably
thinking
going
back.
to read
Oh, nice.
the original fireworks.
Yeah.
Reading.
The fireworks inside your mind. Yeah, I'm not drinking because Christina, it's the month of July, so she could go into labor. You know, twins come early. So
Whenever.
yeah. Because I was telling her, I was
How
like, dude.
scary is it to be in? Like once that phase rolls over, how scary is that moment when that dawns on you? When you're like, okay,
Oh, yeah.
now.
Yeah, when she said we have to pack a bag, and I was like, what do you mean? She's like, you have to have a go bag. So in case she's ready to
What, in
give
case
labor.
the economy collapses?
No, this is a separate go bag.
Oh, okay. So
No,
you got
this is
two
a
go
hospital
bags.
bag. Because, you know, once you go to the hospital, you're going to be there. And you're stuck there.
Yeah.
So you got to have, like, deodorant,
So
toothbrush.
hopefully you don't grab the wrong go bag because you don't need a gun and spam at a hospital, you know? Like,
I'm just in there with cans of beans and a fucking pistol. I grabbed the wrong fucking bag. All I got's MREs and fucking road flares.
you're like, nurse, I'll give you this whole thing of salt if you go and bring me a coffee from Starbucks.
She's like trying to give birth, and I'm just snacking on sardines. She's like, what is that smell? Just chowing.
You're getting
No,
brought
but that
out-
makes it
you're
real,
getting
so
brought
that's
out
why.
in handcuffs when they find the knife you have in there. Like
I'm getting arrested for weapons.
You can't bring a knife to the maternity ward.
Yeah. That makes it real, though. Making the hospital to go bag is like, oh, shit, we're here.
Yeah.
The time is now. Because I would hate for her to go into labor and me be drunk, you know, and just be
Yeah.
like, we'll have to call an Uber.
Bro, you're just like at a show going up in 5 minutes. You're like, all right, I'll be on the way in 10.
Dude, I had a cousin that was at a Falcons playoff game and was out tailgating all day, came home, and his wife's in labor. And he was like, ruh-roh.
Oh,
And he was literally like, maybe we'll call an Uber. She's like, what do you mean? Like, how fucked up are you? He's like, not at all. Not at all.
Oh, my God, dude.
Yeah. You don't
'Cause-
want to start your
and all you
fatherhood
wanna
by
do-
DUIing your pregnant.
And all you want to do
Let's go to sleep.
is go to sleep.
Yeah, you've
When
been
you
day
get back
drinking.
from a sporting event, oh, man.
Hey, it was a big win for the Falcons. So, you know.
So he was having a good day drunk.
Oh, yeah. He was in the operating room, I think, in a jersey. At least he didn't have face paint on.
Man, that child has no hope if the first
Yeah.
thing they see their father wearing
Yeah.
is a Falcons jersey.
You come out and your dad's in Juggalo makeup. Just I left
That's
the
better.
gathering of the.
That's better. They do charity. The Falcons are sad.
Yeah, that is
feel-
worst case scenario, to be at a sporting event drunk and have to
Yeah.
come home to your wife giving birth.
I feel like a sad empathy for Falcons fans.
Yeah.
Sympathy, probably.
It was
I
miserable.
feel bad for Falcons fans.
When my dad took me to the game, so my dad used to have season tickets. One of the first games he took me to, he's like, all right, now listen, we are not very good.
Yeah.
He's like, so I don't want you to get your hopes up and get your feelings hurt. And, dude, I just remember those first games when we had Chris Chandler and just walking out to the car being so bummed. My face was painted. I was just like,
Oh,
fuck.
because you were getting real hyped.
Oh yeah,
on it.
you would get so hyped. They had the Bird's Nest where they had all the games, and you'd run the 40, and you get to play before the game, and then you go into the Georgia Dome, and they would get absolutely fucking manhandled. And then like other teams were like talking shit, and I'd never experienced that as a kid. You're just like,
no.
dude.
And because you also can't and you're a kid, so you don't really have the ability to temper your expectations yet.
Right. Every
Like,
time you just get so pumped.
You can't wake up that morning as a kid and be like, I'm going to go have a fun day at the Falcons, and then I'm going to watch them lose, and that's what it's going to be. You can't do that as a kid.
Nope.
You get pumped up. You get in the energy.
Yeah, dude, they start doing the you're just
Everybody's
like, fuck yes, every kickoff. You're like, this is the day. I'm going to watch them turn it around right now. No. Just got they called him Chris Chandelier, dude, because he would get hurt every game, and they would bring out the little cart, and they called it the Chandler Mobile. What I do remember about those games was we had this guy that sat in front of us, and this dude was like a professional fucking heckler. And all game, he was basically a stand-up comedian. He was just murdering in our section, dude. Like, I remember one time there was this big dude on because we were on the visitor sideline, and he was walking over to grab something. He was like, whatever his number was, he's like, 65, ain't no fucking cheeseburgers over here, you fat ass. And everybody was dying. I was like, yo, this dude kills it. And he had one of those binoculars. And then later on, as I got older, I realized it was a flask. Like,
you're like, wow, we're like pretty close. You don't need
dude, I
those.
was like, what the fuck? We're on the ground floor. Like, there's nobody here. Nobody would go to those games. I remember those games were so bad when we would play the Saints. We were both the worst teams. The Saints fans brought brown paper bags and put it over their heads and wrote the Aints. That's how bad it was.
Wow.
It was like the toilet bowl is whatever I called it.
That's funny.
Yeah, the two worst teams.
As a Packers fan, I don't know what that's like at all.
Yeah.
But
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. Well, that's why.
I assume it is.
I mean, that's why when Michael Vick came, you couldn't tell Atlanta shit. Dude,
No.
you couldn't tell us shit. It was awesome. Matt Ryan, too. But that was a false hope.
That was, Are you, and now it's,
I don't know,
what's
dude.
his
I don't
fucking
keep up
name?
with it anymore.
Well, did you not see the it's getting sadder, Keegan. The Atlanta Falcons this year got a big contract with Kirk Cousins. So they bought Kirk Cousins.
Oh, and they got another quarterback.
And then they got busted for being shady about getting Kirk Cousins. So they're being penalized on the draft.
Oh, my God.
So,
I mean,
hopefully.
newsflash,
hopefully-
NFL organization was being shady.
Yeah. So hopefully the guy who's well known for choking in playoffs doesn't choke in playoffs because you just paid a lot of money and lost a draft pick for it.
Oh, my God, dude. So, yeah, man, 4th of July. I was thinking back on 4th of July's, like the past ones. Dude, I was thinking about one I went to. So I was dating this girl, and at the time I was like, I'm going to eat this mushroom. And I remember she's like, I'll eat one. So she microdosed, right? She ate like a little cap in a stem. And I ate this big old mushroom. Okay. And I remember her being like, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
Dude.
one big mushroom is like, that's like one guy trying to tell you something, you know?
Yeah, it was an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
So we're like walking to my friend's house. Fireworks are going off during the daytime. Every time something went off, I was just like, fuck.
You're walking around like a Vietnam vet.
Yeah, dude. It was so bad. So we walk over to this house, and when we got there, it was my friend that's her and her girlfriend, but it was all her lesbian friends were over there. So everybody's dressed like Rosie the Riveter. So I come walking in, and no one else is on mushrooms. And so I walk in to like blend in with the crowd. I was like, what are y'all doing?
You can't blend in with that.
Bro,
crowd.
they're shooting fucking they were shooting a BB gun, like shooting their empty beer cans, and everybody had done coke. And I went into this living room and tried to just sit down and play it cool. It was a fucking nightmare. Dude, I was in there like,
dude,
people's faces were looking funny.
Yeah.
And like I went into the kitchen, and the girl's like, what should I cook you for lunch? And I was just like, So I go outside, and the girl I'm with comes outside. She's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm leaving." She's like, "What? We just got here." I was like, "You can fucking stay, but I'm leaving." Dude.
I can't be here.
Dude, I was so bad. Our friends pulled up into the driveway, and I couldn't recognize them. Like they were talking to me, and I was just like,
It's like some Scanner Darkly shit.
yeah, I was like, people are inside. I was like walking down the street. I got a text. It's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Am I okay?" It was so bad. By the time I got to the fireworks, I was just exhausted.
Yeah.
It was such a long day.
I might actually try and watch fireworks tonight.
It's fun. It just depends on where you go, because sometimes fireworks are too crowded. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they use a lot of time. Like
It's like not worth the traffic.
are they doing them at the square?
I
guessing.
think so.
I almost wonder if this church will do them. This mega church right around the corner.
Isn't that weird? We used to go to a mega churches. That's the best fireworks show I ever went to.
Oh yeah, they got money. They got that Jesus.
That tax-free money, dude. What would Jesus do? He would blow shit up, baby.
It's so American.
It is. You know, doing a tax scheme, running a tax scam. That's the most American thing that you can do. In the name of Jesus.
In the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior,
Yeah.
I'm running a tax scam.
In the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, I'm not paying those taxes.
That's why they always pray to him and thank Jesus for providing.
Yeah, T's and P's, bro. Thoughts and P's about these taxes. What's your favorite United States scam?
My favorite United States scam.
Yeah, like what is your favorite like U.S. cover-up, U.S. conspiracy? It's 4th of July. I felt like that would be great.
I think that the one that is the most like in your face, what the fuck is happening? Like really, how did it even get this bad? Is making drugs illegal and then buying drugs from a South American country and then selling those drugs in America where it's illegal to prop up a prison complex and overthrow a South American government.
It's pretty
And
crazy.
yeah, it's like and that it there's so many different weird things that gets into and affects that I'm like, that one's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think my favorite is the Iran-Contra. I just started learning about it. Like, how crazy is that? That they funded ISIS, basically, and then, like, they took all the money from selling cocaine and overthrew the Nicaraguan government. It's just, dude.
Did you ever see, what is it, Charlie Wilson's War?
Mm-mm.
It's a movie. Tom Hanks, obviously, is playing Charlie Wilson, who was a senator, I think.
Yeah.
And he was basically the guy in the government who made it happen where we were funding these moderate rebels in Afghanistan to fight as guerrilla fighters against the Soviets.
Dude, it's like a real-life game of risk for these
So
people.
there's a movie about that featuring
Yeah.
Tom Hanks where it makes him... they act like he's a good guy at the end.
I love that everything Tom Hanks is in now. If you go look at the comments, they're just like, fucking pedo.
If anything, Charlie Wilson, you could call the godfather of 9/11.
Yeah. Nice. That's a great... Put that on his resume.
I mean, the whole getting started in the Middle East with funding moderate rebel groups to fight as guerrilla fighters who will, in 20 years turn around and fight us.
Yeah.
Like, that all started there.
Mm-hmm. And then go to a country that had nothing to do with the bombing with the planes.
Yeah, well, Charlie Wilson was out of it by that time,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. But
I didn't realize how big of a player. I watched the Octopus Murders on Netflix. It's all about the Iran-Contra. This one guy like figures out that they were selling software, and this reporter goes on this deep dive. Well, of course, he figures out everything is connected. And these dudes were doing weapons for the Nicaraguans. And then this guy kills himself after he tells everybody, no, I will never kill myself.
I mean, the truth is just so sad that sometimes I think you can't help it.
Dude, he slit his wrist 12 times on each side. And the coroner was just like, you wouldn't be able to hold a knife because they slashed all the ligaments, bro. Completely just swept under the rug. Every single person that ever tried to investigate the case gets killed. One guy they killed, they hog-tied him, and then they put a rope around his neck that was tied to his feet. So when he kept his legs up, he was fine. But then as his legs got tired, he slowly just strangled himself.
That would take so long.
Well, the guy just sat there and watched too.
I mean, as a person killing somebody, do you really want to sit there for like...
I think it was a torture technique because I think the
Yeah.
longer that they did it, they're like, listen, dude, I'll just cut this right now if you just tell me.
Yeah.
And then they drained his bank account. They got all the information out of him and then just left him.
Damn.
Yeah, that's fucking.
That wouldn't be fun.
No, dude. The whole time you're like, I'll tell you. See, it wouldn't take. You would just be tying my hands, and I'd be like, all right, bro. So he stays.
Before we even get to the point where you're gonna have to cut something, I'm gonna save you a couple steps here.
As soon as you walked in the house, hey, what's up, dude?
Yeah, like if I was ever strapped to a chair and you came in with bamboo shoots, I will do anything.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
quick.
The bamboo shoots one particularly freaks me the fuck out, man.
Yeah, I think the worst torture is that just getting the shit beat out of you, getting strangled by your own
Yeah, it
ankles.
sucks.
That's pretty fucking tough.
The Spanish donkey's pretty bad.
What is the Spanish donkey?
Well, it's Spanish, so that's why.
What is it? Don't sound good, dude. Right off the rip.
No, I'm just gonna look it up.
The Spanish donkey. You're like, it's a really good OnlyFans. Spanish donkey. Oh boy. Put that on the screen because that looks not great. So what is it? Okay.
And they put weights on your feet, and then it basically slowly pulls you in half.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
rough,
fun.
dude.
Yeah.
I wonder how long that takes.
Probably, I mean, I'm sure it's not very fast. I think
Well-
it's set up to be not fast.
I didn't realize Vlad the Impaler. Like, I always thought he just like impaled people's heads onto stakes. I didn't realize,
Whole
bro,
people.
it was right up your ass.
Whole skewering
Oh,
motherfuckers.
dude, a little shabab, dude.
How
A little kebab out there in front of the castle.
how hard would that be, though? You know?
What do you mean?
Impaling all the way through a person like that?
Oh, no. I think they just put it in your ass, and then your body weight, you slowly kebab it down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
So when they showed up and saw like
So-
20,000 people on stakes, there was a good portion of those people that were still alive, that were just like, ah.
so how do you get the person up there? Like, is there like a plane ramp where like they can roll it from stake to stake?
Dog, they might just have a ladder and they just fucking.
But what?
The worst would be if they pole vaulted you. If they fucking got you down doggy style, whop.
Oh yeah, yeah. See, like logistically, that one would be pretty tricky, I think.
Yeah, I never thought about that. How do they get people up there?
Because there are like, here's the thing: there's always logistical questions for whatever you're gonna do,
I like how your brain works.
including kebabbing people. You know, there's always
Boy.
logistics that have to be taken care of.
I feel like I could kill myself before you kebabbed me. Like after, 20,000 people got kebabbed.
Yeah.
So you're,
Yeah, if you're like at the back half of that, you got a little bit of time to figure
you're
something
back
out.
in the line going,
They're doing what? They're gonna do all of us.
dude, I'll kill you.
All
You
of
kill
these-
me.
All of these people.
Whoa, Jack. That's crazy, dude. That's like, dude, I would, first off, if we were sieging a castle, I would never be the first guy up. Not
No.
ever, dude. I'd be down on the ladder. As soon as the oil got poured on the first guy, I would just,
Nah, I'm gonna hold the ladder. That's what I'll do.
yeah, I'm down here, dude. I got it.
Guys, it's really dangerous if the bottom of this ladder slips. I'll make sure that
I'm
doesn't
holding
happen.
it with my foot, dude. Like, get up there. You're like, no. Somebody's got to hold the
Somebody's
ladder.
got to do this, or this is so dangerous. Like
Yeah.
3 or 4 of these guys could break a little arm or something, you know?
Yeah, I just feel like there's no way I would be a hero in war.
No,
No fucking way.
no.
No way.
I would, if you were, like, imagine you're in like a gun war. You're shooting at people.
Mhm.
People are shooting at you. I would probably just shoot all of my rounds like this in the general direction so that I was out of ammo and I had an excuse to try and leave.
Yeah.
I'd be like, well, I'm useless here. I might as well
I got a
just,
phone call.
I might as well just run, you know?
Hey, I was letting them know how we're doing. I'd be out, dude. Somebody's like, hey, are you running away? No witnesses.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Dude, because getting shot, I bet, sucks so much.
I would imagine that getting shot. What do you think is worse, getting shot or getting stabbed?
I think stabbed is worse.
Really?
Because I think shot, you're probably more likely to like die straight up.
I think shot though is hot. It's like a hot bullet. So I'm saying you get shot where you're not going to get killed. You get stabbed where you're not going to get killed. Let's say shoulder right here. Shot, stabbed. I don't know. I think it depends on the knife too. Like if you get stabbed with a steak knife,
a knife is a lot bigger too than a bullet.
Bigger wound.
It's a bigger, I mean, it's just more metal that is in you.
Uh-huh.
And instead of just going through in like a split second, it's like going in and then coming out.
Yeah.
I think stabbed would hurt worse. I think bullet is so fast that there's like a second and a half where you probably don't realize that you got shot. You just like feel something hit you and you're like...
I worked with a guy that was a bouncer, and he told me that he was like in a fight, like bouncing these dudes, and he got punched in the ribs. He's like, God damn, I think this dude broke my ribs. And then he looked down and he had been stabbed. But he said it felt like he thought the dude had like broke his ribs, but it was just...
I had...
Which is, you're getting paid $10 an hour.
No way.
Yeah, like $10 an hour and you've now been stabbed.
There's a... I can't even remember his name. There's a comedian who he did... I think he was on that... What used to be Ari Shafir's...
Oh, yeah,
Storyteller show. Where he had been stabbed in the face by a homeless guy who was like assaulting a woman in the subway station, and he just like yelled to stop the guy.
Oh man.
And then he thought the guy just punched him in the face.
Yeah.
To the point that the lady ran away immediately as soon as the homeless guy turned away. And
you got the brunt of it.
And his story is he's like, I got hit in the face and then the guy just ran off. He's like, that was weird. But if that's all it takes to stop an assault, then fine. And then he just kept walking towards his train. And he started noticing everybody that was walking by and was like, what the fuck? And eventually somebody was like, your face is cut open. Like, his face was sliced. Dude.
Damn, dude. Didn't even know it. That's crazy.
That's terrifying. So now the question is, which one hurts more on the way to the hospital?
I don't know. I hope I never get shot.
No. I mean, I think most people probably hope that.
I think that's I hope that never happens.
Stabbed, take it or leave it.
I've stabbed myself.
Yeah, I mean, I've been sliced a couple times.
Dude, let me tell you about this. So we had this girl. I was trying to think of what I was just thinking about. So this girl in Savannah was on her way home, right? So there's a guy that goes to rob her. So she has her bike. He's like, gets her at her apartment stairs. So he's like, give me your purse. She has her bike. She's like trying to keep him away from her with her bike. Yeah. So she's like, give me your purse. So she's like, okay. She gives him his purse. Guy looks at her and then just slashes her fucking eye. Like down her face, gets her eye for no reason. And she's like, what the fuck? I gave you the fucking purse. Like, what is your problem, dude? So then she hits the guy with the bike, gets him off of her. He runs away. So she like lost her fucking eye for no reason.
Dude, I mean... Because here's, I think, at least I think more. This would be more of the instant man instinct. If somebody did that to you, you'd probably go full like, okay, now I'm hurt. I might as well murder this guy with my bare hands.
I'm beating you with this bicycle, dude.
Yeah, like I'm gonna kill that guy.
Well, then our buddy Zach,
for sure.
She had an eye patch, right? So then our buddy Zach
I mean, when you think about it that way, that's pretty cool.
Well, he did this bit about not knowing that she had an eye patch. Like he was like out, he like was talking. She was there. I forget what the bit was, but it was hilarious. Like he's making fun of this girl having an eye patch. As he's doing the bit, she's in the crowd and he didn't know.
Oh no!
Yeah, he like looks over and is like, oh, I mean. What are the odds?
Because an eye patch stands out in a crowd.
Yeah.
You see that.
You gotta own an eye patch though.
Oh, yeah. Did she,
What-
like, bedazzle it? Or was she just, like, pirate eye patch?
I don't know, but I was like, what a badass dude.
I
To
would
fight that dude off with a bicycle, because it probably could have got a lot worse.
I would try to get an eye patch, like, that had, like, a strapless eye
Mhm.
patch. Like, something that was just, like, a cool colored.
See, I would do that. I would probably go full pirate if I'm being honest. But
Really?
I was thinking, how close are we, if you have cell phone cameras, right? And they're so tiny. Like, how close are we to being able to do, like, eye implants where you could have that and have, like, 1,000 times zoom? You could have things where you, like, took a picture.
I'd say talk to Elon Musk.
Dude, did you see that podcast with the first guy who got it?
I didn't watch the whole thing. I saw the clip about him talking about how he basically has an aimbot in video games because his brain is so fast and there's no lag time
Yeah.
between what his brain says.
That infuriated me.
So he's just the ultimate first person shooter
That
player.
infuriated me. I was
Because-
like, Jesus Christ. That's how they're going to get people.
Yeah.
That's how everybody's going to Neuralink. When the first streamer is
The
just
next- yeah.
waxing people's ass on fucking Call of
It's
Duty.
the next level of
It's performance enhancing drugs.
gaming, you
Yeah.
know? You got to get on board with this cool trend.
When he was talking about people being able to hack his brain, I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Did
No
you-
way.
Did you see what's his name?
Ooh.
Terrence Howard came back on?
Oh, yeah, with Brett Weinstein. That guy's
Yeah.
a cunt.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
He really is. I'm
was
sorry.
I was listening to it, and I mean, he's an academic.
He just sounds like a teacher. Like when
Yeah.
he was talking to Terrence, it's like, dude, don't talk to me like I'm a fucking child.
He's
like,
an academic.
he's like, actually. He's a real, like, actually. Yeah, it's weird to be famous for being smart. I
He's-
think that definitely bloats your ego, makes
He's
you a fucking
basically
asshole.
exactly the character that was Jeff Goldblum in
Jurassic Park.
He's
I never-
basically exactly that person. I realized that when I was listening to that.
yeah. Just
Where
all,
it's like, okay, you're right, but you don't have to be a dick about it.
yeah, and it's like a very like thin layer of like just trying to get pussy, you know?
Yeah.
Like when he's in the car and he's doing the water trick on her hand, you're like, yeah, that is exactly Eric Weinstein. He's like at a party, like,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely loves to hear himself
Is it
talk.
just me, or does it kind of feel like both him and Terrence Howard are Terrence Howard?
Aaron Stoward. And an alternate universe.
I feel like they're both doing math for the same reason, which is to get pussy.
I don't know, dude. Terrence Howard, I think, has had his fill. Hustle and flow. Iron Man. Come on, dude. No, that is bizarre to me, though. That we got on a comedy podcast. We have Iron.
A professional mathematician and an actor.
Yeah, and the dude from Hustle and Flow.
Debating math.
And Joe Rogan going, so wait a minute, what is about 2?
What about 2?
When he said that, though, I was sitting there going, yeah. It doesn't help me to listen to, like, Neil deGrasse Tyson, all those people, because it's like I don't even comprehend what the fuck they're trying to say. Like, when he was talking about
really?
I'm like, that shit's all made up. That shit's all made up.
I mean, it is. Correct.
There's no way,
Yes.
like, I don't know.
Math is made up, Keegan.
It just, as soon.
Math is an exercise in how much stuff we can make, how many rules about stuff we can make up and just pretend is
I
true.
check out immediately.
It's a lot.
I have never been, my brain is not set up for math. I just, as soon as I'm in, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, that doesn't change my life at all. You know, the 2 could be a composite number. It could be, that doesn't
2?
change anything about my life.
2 can suck my dick.
Yeah, 2 could suck my dick unless it's paying the rent, okay?
What about 0? 0 doesn't matter. Fuck you. Why are
I
you
mean,
committing this
truly,
much
though.
time to 0?
Yeah, truly. I really think some of that stuff is just, and I don't like the air of academics or kind of like archaeologists.
Yeah.
They're dickheads because if they're wrong, then their entire life's work is wrong. So
Yes.
they'll defend it
No matter what.
no matter what.
Yes.
Doesn't matter about wrong or right. They're going to defend it because they don't want to look like a dickhead and their whole life be useless. And that's a problem. That's always been a problem.
Mm-hmm.
We can't just sit down and have
It's
a conversation.
been a problem literally forever and ever.
I mean, he got so mad when they were talking about Neil.
I didn't even make it all the way through.
Ugh, I couldn't. I made it. I don't care enough. I know that's bad, but the academics is, I just don't give a fuck.
And like, here's the thing: Eric has been pretty good on other. Like he's explained some stuff that I thought was interesting in the past.
Yes,
but putting him on against somebody else you're like, oh fuck this.
He's
guy.
very unlikable.
I don't like this guy.
Yeah, he's very unlikable. It's kind of like Tucker Carlson. I will agree with what Tucker Carlson is saying, and I'm like, God damn, I don't like this dude.
But but his voice, his voice is
He's a fucking elite, like been a socialite, dude. He's been a dinner parties and yeah. And then I know I didn't want to talk about it, but bro, I feel so bad for Joe Biden, bro. Go to bed. Somebody put that old man to bed. Somebody put Pop to bed, dude.
Bro,
Give him some mint ice cream.
It might be time to put him to sleep.
The long sleep. I mean,
that guy is.
His voice sounded, dude, when they were arguing about golf, that is a scene out of Idiocracy. Did you see that?
So I recorded a podcast with Sham over the debate without sound.
Oh my God.
My favorite part was how you could watch Joe Biden's Adderall hit.
Yeah.
How like at the beginning, there was a point at the beginning where I was looking at it, I'm like, is he sleeping? I think he's sleeping.
Boy.
And then it cut away. 30 minutes later, he's like wide-eyed.
Still not going. It was just wide-eyed. And
No, but the drugs had hit. Were affecting his body at least.
I was about to say, his body was going, his brain was not
even
home.
if there's no mind for it to run through.
It was like a roller coaster with nobody on the ride.
Just a bunch of real old mud in that head.
Oh, God. It was no, dude, they literally, you can find the clip, they were arguing about golf, where Trump is saying that he like has won a couple of these tournaments. He's like, you got to be sharp mentally, and he can't even hit so they start arguing about golf, and I was like, I saw the clip and was like, this cannot be real.
About golf.
This cannot be real. And the dudes are on a presidential debate arguing about their golf handicap. I was like, holy shit. We're at a scary crossroad here.
Bro, they're too old. They're both way too old.
You can't tell me with everybody that goes to Harvard and all these Ivy League schools, that's the two best people we got. That's crazy. I just don't believe in it anymore.
No.
Not that I ever did.
You can't believe in it.
Well, this is one of the things. So I was watching that Octopus Murders. I was calling it Octopussy. I was like American Octopussy. Dude, in the Reagan election, when Jimmy Carter, there was the hostages taken to Iran. We know this for a fact. The Reagan administration paid the Iran government to keep the hostages until after the election. And then he won the election by a landslide. And then like 2 days later, they released the hostages.
Whoa.
So you're like, so have we ever had a fair election?
No.
I mean, not saying Jimmy Carter was a good president.
Not once.
No.
Like, my opinion is that the founding fathers wrote the whole thing. They wrote and they signed the Constitution, and they're like, all right, we're doing the thing here now.
Yeah.
And then while they were signing it, they were looking at each other like, all right, how do we break this thing and get me some more power? They were all doing that while they were signing it.
They're like, everybody has the right to free speech. Then they went home and beat their slaves. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Pretty bad.
Yeah, terrible.
It's always been fake, and it's weird how people will almost be like, you can point out an unlimited amount of historical examples, and you can be like, well, nobody's been punished for any of these things. Nobody was punished in their lifetime when you're supposed to. Like, they all just kind of, live out their lives doing horrific things to people. What makes you think that that's different now?
Yeah.
Like, if there's never been any consequences, and we know that all of the government organizations have been doing horrible things since they were founded.
Yeah, the CIA sold crack cocaine to the black communities to attack them. But I'm sure they're on the up and up now.
Yeah, they stopped doing that. They were never punished for that. But they just saw that was wrong.
Yeah.
And by themselves have become
And the only
better.
reason we found out about that is because they literally crashed a plane full of cocaine. And we're like, whoopsie-daisy. And then they made a movie with fucking Tom Cruise. And they're like, see, it's fun. Barry Seal.
At this point, you know what America is to me? And this is a bad idea.
What is America to you? Oh, let me get
America's
one of those Zins.
eating some Buc-ee's.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
Buc-ee's.
That is America.
That's what America is. now.
$25
It's
brisket
just-
sandwich.
Dude. I was going to get a brisket sandwich for the first time. Never had one of the Buc-ee's brisket sandwiches because they were $15 last time I was there. And I was like,
crazy.
okay, I'm not. Well, this time I was like, okay, fine. I'll do it to do it. I'll get a $15 brisket sandwich, and now it's $25.
That's insane.
So I
It's
was like, no.
$25 for a brisket sandwich at Buc-ee's,
Mm-hmm.
and they want me to not steal. Like, that's on you, dude. You have pushed my hand, Buc-ee's.
I did find my favorite Buc-ee's beef jerky, though.
What is it? Because they got a fuck ton of beef jerky in there.
And some of them are straight up bad that I've had.
Yeah.
I've had some bad ones. Korean barbecue,
Ooh.
pretty damn good, though.
Ooh. See, that's a tough one on a road trip, though, because some beef jerkies smell like straight pig dick. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you bust them out in the car, and if you're not eating it, it's horrific.
It's horrible.
We made a no pork rinds rule.
Aw, I love pork rinds.
Well, it's got to be a window down situation. It can't
Oh.
be cold outside and you just bust open some fucking pork rinds. It's like no shoes off. Like when we would work all day and then have to travel, or
Yeah.
Little John's little brother would always try to sneak it. He'd like slowly take his shoes off and you'd just be like dead asleep, wake up like, bro, smells like moldy chips in here. Put your fucking shoes on.
Yeah.
That work foot is rough.
It gets bad, yeah.
I don't understand foot fetishes like that.
No,
I
I don't at all. No part of me gets a foot fetish.
I almost broke up with a girl because she wore flip-flops to the airport.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
yeah. I was like, dude, you're dead to me.
Leave that bitch at the airport.
I mean, you are dead to me. She walked around on a cruise ship with no shoes on and then tried to get in bed. Dude, I was like an offensive lineman. I was like, no, ma'am. She was like, quit. I was like, I'm not kidding.
Wash yourself.
Go into the bathroom and sterilize those dirty piggies, dude. You're not bringing that into the bed. I mean, the cruise
Oh.
ship, you might as well walk around the fucking mall.
Yeah.
Might as well be walking around a Chevron.
There's been vomit on every square inch of this thing.
Disgusting. It's just like a floating mall is what a cruise is. It was fun, but it is what it is. It's just a floating fart machine.
Did you see Are You Garbage is going to do a cruise,
I
maybe?
want to go so bad. But could you imagine what is the plumbing on that
Oh
cruise ship
my
going to be like, dude, to take in that kind of amount? They're going to have to dock every fucking 2 days.
It's going to be a big problem, yeah. I
the
mean,
amount of booze that's going to get drank on that. I don't know if I'm ready to go on a sober cruise.
I might like here's the thing, if I'm gonna go on a cruise, I'm gonna save up and I'm doing the toppest end. I'm not gonna live like the fucking swill on a boat.
No, you got to have a balcony because otherwise you're in a literal prison cell.
Yeah.
Because those rooms are
But that's
rough.
like it's what, like $4 or $5 a person for those rooms?
See, I don't know because when I went, we
Also, I want my own room.
yeah, for sure.
But-
We went and spread this girl's mom's ashes. The girl I was dating, we went and spread her mom's ashes on a cruise, which now that
That
I'm
is-
saying it out loud is
Holy
pretty
shit.
trashy.
That's really trashy.
So she was at the house, and apparently every year they went as a family. And when she was sick and like passing away, she told her husband, she was like, "Listen, I want y'all to take a cruise because we always had so much fun together as a family. Spread our ashes." So I went on this cruise. They bought us tickets, dude. When we did the ashes, her sister was freaking out because she's like, "It's illegal. You can't just spread them off the balcony." Dude, it was like Big Lebowski. They opened them, and it was just the wind from the cruise ship. They opened it like, "Bye, Mom." Everybody's like,
Yep. No, she's going to be with you in your lungs
Oh, yeah.
for at least the next
just drunk on a
few
balcony
hours.
of a cruise ship, dumping her mom off the side. It's like, hell yeah.
If you're doing that, I think you just got to throw the urn. You know? Committed
I
to
never understood
committed
that.
to Davy Jones' locker.
Yeah, definitely. For Poseidon. Yeah, I've never understood the ashes thing. What is that about?
Yeah.
The spreading of ashes. Who is that for? Is that for like the people doing it?
Yes.
Maybe I should just tell people I want my ashes spread in a wildly inconvenient spot. That'll be my last trick.
Spread them in the old town square of Atlantis.
They're like, God damn it. Keegan always was a pain in the ass. No, I just never understood that. I saw a video that somebody They did it at a
want-
Zach Bryan concert. Somebody dumped their parents' ashes on the floor
Oh,
during revival. I was like,
Jesus.
what an inappropriate thing to do.
I have.
People
What if-
spilling beer on it, just making mop mud.
All right, this might be a stretch, but I have a joke idea.
Okay.
Here's how you run a bit after death. You tell people to spread your ashes on them.
Yeah. Steve
And
said he
here's the
wants
deal.
us to cook
and here's
on
the
'em.
deal. As a paste, so you're like, all right, mix it
Yeah.
with mix it with some water, give them a recipe, be like, and then cover your face with these dark
little-
ashes, and now
yeah.
you have your family in blackface.
Yep. Awesome.
That's.
Dude.
I think that's what I would probably do.
That's a good one. I think I want to, I'll do the smoke me. Put me in a joint and smoke me.
I mean,
Steve said put them on the coals and cook over them. Well, hell yeah, dude. That's a good one. Put me on the coals and cook a steak.
I would say, slip me into an unsuspecting person's food.
Put me in a problem table's food, dude. Some asshole fucking table that came in at 9:45 when we closed at 10. Cover me all over their food.
Bake me into a cake that will be sold at a store.
Yeah. Dude, I'm done. I fucking quit my serving job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if I was going to talk about it on here. I fucking, dude, had to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a problem. It was like to the point where I just...
Serving, it's so bad.
Dude, it was supposed to be a 12 top, turned into a 20 top. They were the rudest fucking people I've ever met. This is how out of control they were. When the food was coming out, they decided that they were just doing happy birthday. So we're bringing out 20 people's food, like big old trays of food, and they're cutting the cake. And I'm like, what are you doing? Why? What?
This is not
And
the correct order. For
As the
this.
dude goes, I have a lasagna. They snapped their finger and gave him the... I was like, dude, it was so bad that the guy was like, he'd had a couple of glasses of wine at the end of the thing, and he was bitching about a water on his bill. It was a Pellegrino, $2. And he was holding it into my face. He's like, do you see? Do you see what I'm talking about? And I was just like, dude, I grabbed it and just threw it across the room and lost it.
I mean, you couldn't have thrown it. It's a check.
No, it was the check presenter. I was like, get this the fuck
okay.
out of my face, dude. And everybody was like, whoa. I was like, you've been rude this entire time. I was like, your family's fucking rude. You're rude. I turned around. It was like, oh, his whole family was just like, I was like, let me get out of here before I ruin Pooja's
Yeah.
birthday.
I think you might have.
Dude, she had a queen sash. She was like 55. And it was
Whoa.
birthday queen. It was like, grow the fuck up, dude.
Bro, there's nothing worse than middle-aged women wearing a sash.
Making people sing for you.
Like, you're so old that sashes aren't even how what they give to
Yeah.
beautiful women anymore.
You already know she had a tiara on.
But like a plastic one.
Oh, the kids just took over another table in my section. I had kids ordering me around.
Dude,
Kid
I
waved
will-
me over. I need more lemonade. I was like, dude, I'll fucking punch you when your mom's not looking. I'll break that iPad. just
I'm going to dump this lemonade on that.
I literally just like the one guy was like, hey, I didn't pay out. And I just turned around. I was like, yeah, well, fucking talk to her. I quit. And he's like, what? I was like, I fucking quit, dude. I'm not doing this. Just left. So get me out of here. Because I was like, if I don't leave right now, this dude keeps getting in my face. Because I took a step back and he kept stepping forward. And I was like, hey, man, I know you've had 3 Chardonnays. Let me explain something to you.
That means swing in this country, sir.
Dude, it was bad. And it was a lot of older people. I don't think they mean to be as rude as they are.
Yeah.
Like, there's older people that at the end of the dinner will be like, you did such a great job. You're like, then why are you such a dick? Like,
it's crazy how old people didn't learn manners.
no.
It seems like old people don't have any manners,
Bro.
even though they're apparently the people that it came from.
They didn't even share water fountains with black people. What are you talking about?
That's true. That's a good point.
I love when old people are like, this generation's so soft. Like, you had a white-only pool, dude.
You couldn't piss next to a
Yeah,
black person.
if a black dude jumped in your pool, it was chaos.
Yeah, you're like, oh, well now we got to get the whole thing cleaned.
Yeah. One guy sat at a diner counter, and y'all lost your mind, dude.
Yeah.
And we're sensitive? Get the fuck out of here. That's crazy.
We're
Yeah.
only sensitive because you're calling us sensitive.
Dude.
That's the thing that gets people up in arms.
Yeah.
I feel like generationally is that the olds are like, you're not doing anything.
Well, and another weird thing that I was talking to Christina about that I really will not do with our daughters is that people have this like expectation for their children where it's like, why? You didn't do that.
Yeah.
You didn't do shit.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you're not going to make them fight each other. But that's still on the table?
Maybe. Mom's
For
away. The
ticket
twins will play.
Some ticket sales,
Yeah.
you know?
Live streaming. She's on the live stream. Oh, excuse me.
Bro.
Oh, dude.
Bro, they're just power bombing each other.
Yeah. It's like a hobo fight. So he's got the twins in a playpen. One binky in the middle. Fight. Playing the Mortal Kombat music. Mortal Kombat. They used to play that at the laser tag.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, dude. That's how you knew the
That'll
game was
get you
on.
jazzed.
Dude. Sub-Zero. Raiden. Dude, I did a birthday party at a laser tag one time. And it was everybody was on our team, and my brother was on the opposite team. This motherfucker, Blake, figured out, because, you know, this is just how he is. He figured out that if he hid in this corner where the base was, instead of having to go in and shoot the top, because when you shoot it, all the alarms go off and everybody runs back, and like 9 times out of 10, you just get fucked. It's not even worth getting it. But Blake figured out that if he hid in this corner, he could shoot through a crack and he could ring the base, and then we couldn't find him. So, dude, he's like ringing the base like 5 times. I'm freaking out because I'm just like, where is he? This is ruining my birthday. Like, every game, I was like, bro, like, stop. You're cheating.
You can't win. Mm-mm. That's funny.
I remember we were like wrestling, and the guys were like, dude.
It's not that kind of combat.
Of course, they didn't know we were brothers. The guy's like, you cannot tackle another player. Like,
what was your laser tag place called?
I don't even remember. It was like a place that had an arcade and a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. We would go to a place.
Like Q-Zone or something?
I think it was called like Grand Slam. Because
nice.
it was batting cages out front, and then they had mini golf, bumper cars, arcade, and
that place rules.
Yeah, no, that place. There were like I went to probably throughout my childhood like 6 or 7 different birthday parties at that place.
That's the best.
Because like once it catches on, everybody's like, oh no, this is the spot.
Yeah. It was the best. Laser tag was awesome. Then Blake played on our team because a bunch of people showed up that weren't a part of our party, and then it was on. Oh yeah, it was on
the spot.
Yeah. Then we were just ringing the bell,
just crushing these people.
Yeah.
Just crushing a bunch of drunk 22-year-olds.
Dude, well, that was when we played paintball. That was when you really had an adult crossover.
Yeah.
One time we played. Nope, you can't even make this shit up, dude. It was me and my buddies. We're like 14 years old. We're just sitting over there, a little ragtag team. The other team was off-duty police officers. Bro, they had hand signals.
Oh,
they're like, go. And we're like sitting there, and as I'm watching, they're running to the right, and the dude's like, and everybody's moving. We're like, uh-oh. Like, what the? Dude, I got beamed. They shot me till I cried. Like, they just kept shooting me until I said shot. I was like, stop. Somebody's like ex-husbands out there fucking beaming us.
Well, they can't beat their kids anymore, so.
Like, if I can't beat my wife, I'll come here and shoot children.
They don't
have the guys.
They don't let us do it on the job anymore.
Then they'd have those kids, the older kids at paintball, when they would go out there, they would turn them up. Because the guy would come and he would check everybody's velocity, and they'd go out there with a wrench and they would turn it up. That was the worst.
I haven't played paintball in years, but the thing about paintball that's different is that it does hurt.
Hurts a lot.
So, like, you don't want to get shot.
We used to play in shorts because it would get so hot. And it was all fun until somebody got your inner thigh.
Yeah, you get hit in the calf.
I got hit. I didn't realize my leg was sticking out from the other side of a barrier, and I got hit on the inner thigh, dude. It's so bad.
I got super lucky one time where I got shot right in the dick.
Ooh.
But I was crouched with my legs like this, so my pants were stretched far enough that it didn't actually hit me. But that was one of the, like, I didn't get hit. I didn't have paint on me. I could have kept playing. I called myself hit.
Yeah, you were
I
like,
was
close
like,
call.
No, I'm hit.
No, close call. I'm out, dude.
Fuck
That
this,
was too
dude.
much.
That was too close. That was, I told you about, I did the Giant game in Oklahoma one year back in the day. That was the opening moments of that, which is the most chaotic moment maybe of my life.
Yeah.
Because you're like, there were like 2,500 people involved in this game
Christ.
total. It's an all-day game. It's like a 12-hour game. Where like every half hour there's reinsertions for when you get shot.
Oh, you get respawned?
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's basically there's like physical flags that if whoever's flag is up at this time of day in these locations, that's how you score points for your teams.
That's
is by
awesome.
owning an area where you actually have to raise a flag to win it. But the very beginning is just, I mean, it's 2,500 people all firing at the same time. Everything they can and just like trying to run to position. Dude.
Just running behind you.
I mean, it's just paint flying everywhere. Like you're there and then it's like one moment you're just there, you're waiting because we were the defending side. So like you're just sitting there, you're waiting, and then you hear the ghost alarm and then everything is moving. All of the branches are moving. All of the bushes are moving. And it's like a wall of paintballs is coming at you. You're like, what the fuck, dude? Holy shit.
It's like those old movies with the arrows blocking out the sun.
Yeah. Because it's like we're not going against 3,500 people immediately in front of us. But like we're like 200 people against 200 people.
Dude, that's awesome.
It was crazy. Dude, we set up trip mines.
Oh, with paint?
We had a bunch of the guys in our like unit or our division or whatever had spent the whole day before making homemade paintball grenades,
That would
like
piss me
paint
off.
grenades.
That would
So
piss
like
me off.
we all had like 5 of them going in, and then they strung up a bunch of tripwire ones.
That's crazy. It's
Yeah.
out there like fucking Vietnam.
You
You got a little Home Alone trap with just a paint can. We played in my buddy's neighborhood. Behind his neighborhood was like woods, and then they were going to build a neighborhood behind his, but all they had done is done the road, and they had just graded it, so it wasn't even paved. It was just a dirt road, and then so trees, dirt road, trees.
And then you would use that as the middle. Yeah.
And we'd play on either side. That was fun, but dude, we had the older kids would shoot you even if you were on their team.
Yep.
You'd just be hiding and
shot.
yeah. You're like, dude, Daniel's older brother is such a dick.
We had some woods that we could play like right in our neighborhood. And one time my mom played with us.
What? Your mom played
Yeah.
paintball with you?
In the
That's fucking
in the
awesome.
backyard. She shot me in the hand.
That's awesome.
It
Your
hurt
mom
so
played.
bad.
Yeah, hand shots were not fun. Did you shoot your mom?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
Yeah, that's a tough
I think
one.
she crushed us.
Yeah.
I think it didn't go good for us. I think she like
She's out there like John Wick. That's crazy that your mom played. My mom would never.
Did you guys ever like, because we would get like at some point when you're just fucking around in the woods with paintball guns, you start doing stupid stuff.
Yep.
So did you ever play? We would do. I don't remember what we called it, but it was basically draw, where it was the whole. You're like, all right, so we're playing in this zone, right? That's always what you do at the beginning. We would make the zone the middle of a dirt road, so there's no cover. It's just 2 people playing mercy.
Yep. We used to duel. My cousin played on a team in LaGrange where they had like headsets and they got sponsors, so people like bought them guns. Yeah, he was really into it. Shout out Zach. But yeah, he got really into it. So he had all these fucking awesome guns. So when we go to their house for like Thanksgiving and shit, we would duel where you had to stand back to back and you'd have a gun and you'd go 10 paces and then turn around and try to fucking
Because you can see him coming. So you're trying to dodge.
You're trying to matrix it. It never works out.
Never works.
It
You're not fast enough.
No, and it hurts like shit when you get shot 10 feet from somebody.
Oh, God.
I got shot in the face one time in the woods, and I freaked out. I cried like a little bitch. I took my helmet off because my mask was foggy, and as soon as I took it off, I got hit right here.
Oh.
I cried.
I mean, with the mask on, the face is the best place to get shot because it doesn't hurt, and it's very clear immediately that you're like, oh, I'm hit.
Yeah, I freaked out. It
Unless
flipped me out.
you ever get hit over like the mouth guard part with the mouth open.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No. When you fog up, that's the worst. When you start fogging up, that's when you're just a sitting duck. You can't see anything.
Yeah.
It's like hide and seek, too. As soon as you get into a hiding spot, you got to pee. As soon as you crouch down, you're like, fuck.
I never played on like any of the like inflatable courses.
Me neither. I never did that. I've
always
always
in the
wanted to.
woods.
Yeah, it was either woods or we played at a place called Wildfire that was indoor, but it was all like structures that they had built.
Oh, okay.
It kind of felt like a Call of Duty map because it was real
Yeah.
small, but there was all kind of little things you could crawl up on, and it was cool. That was
Yeah.
what we would do on Friday nights. It's so expensive. Paintballing is
It's
so fucking
really-
expensive.
I can't imagine what it costs these days.
Yeah, we stopped about the time we started smoking weed because it was like, all right, well, just being stoned and getting shot is not fun.
Yeah.
I'm 8 steps behind everybody.
No, I did play the inflatable courses. They had a little one set up in Korea on base.
Dude,
So
I
there was
would
like-
imagine y'all would be playing paintball.
So there was a couple like Saturdays because they'd always open it on Saturday where you could just go, and it was cool because it was not everybody knew about it, and not everybody who knows about it wants to play. So it would just be like whatever 15, 20 people showed up that Saturday would go in and just like rotate through teams.
That's awesome. Have you ever played airsoft?
Yeah, we would.
I've always wanted to, but I've never done it.
We used to play airsoft when I was like middle school, early high school, probably,
Mhm.
and we would we would go to Cable, Wisconsin, little town, my family's from, right?
Yeah.
And there's this old farmhouse that my dad grew up in,
Mhm.
like that house that nobody was living in like on and off people were living there, but it was like not in great condition. We would play airsoft in there when nobody was living there.
Does it hurt like worse than a paintball?
No.
Really? I've always been scared of
It
shit.
can if it catches skin.
Yeah.
It can hurt really bad.
So you
but
gotta wear
like,
gear.
For the most part, I mean,
My cousin got
I
shot.
also haven't played in a long time, and I don't. For the most part, we weren't using like all the best guns
Yeah.
available on the market.
Dude, my cousin got shot right here with a BB gun. He came around the corner and got shot because he walked right in front of the target.
Dude, that would hurt so
Yeah,
bad.
he said he walked out and he looked over and was like, "What is that? A target?"
Why is there a target here?
Yeah, like what is it? It's right, and it's almost shot his eye. And my grandfather shot his eye out with a BB gun. His little brother
He
did it.
literally did.
His little brother shot him in the eye.
Damn.
Dude, I didn't know that he had a fake eye until he was sick.
Well, he
And
didn't-
I was a little kid going in to
didn't eye
visit him
patch
in
it?
the hospital, and nobody told me that he had a fucking fake eye. So I walked in there
Whoa.
to see my papa, and he didn't have an eye. Dude, you might as well have been pushing me in a monster's lair, dude. I was in there. He had all the shit connected to him. He had no eye. He was like, "Keegan boy." I was like, "Ah."
Everybody's like, "Go hug your grandpa." You're like, "No, he's gonna
They were
eat
like
me."
pushing me in there. I was like, "No. Where's his fucking eye?"
See, he should have embraced the eye patch.
Dude, something. You don't just have a fucking empty eye socket for like an 8-year-old kid. Horrific. I'm 36. I'm still thinking about
You
it.
gotta-
That shit fucking freaked me out, dude.
Would it have been scarier or less scary if he had the eye out and was cleaning it?
I think at least I could have processed it. I thought his eye fell out from cancer. I was like, God damn, dude. That shit's ravaging his body. Yeah, that shit sticks with you as a little kid. Yeah, that's why the Christmas Story was never like
Yeah, like that
tee-heed
was
for me.
serious for you
Yeah, I was
guys.
like, that shit can really happen. dude.
Real shit, dude.
That would suck. To shoot your brother's eye out.
Oh yeah, you
Mm.
wrong kid died.
Oh, dude. That fucking movie. I love that movie. I will never stop watching that movie. That
Good.
holds up so good. Dewey.
It's better.
Get out of here, Dewey.
It's better every time I see it.
It really is. I really love this folk singer. Her name is Sarah Farrell. And she had him on stage with her, and they sang a duet. He came on stage as Dewey Cox.
Oh really? That's fine.
I was like, dude, you know somebody in the crowd had to be on mushrooms. Like, what the fuck? Is he a real person?
What happened? Did he just think about his life backstage? His whole life?
I would love to do that as my beginning to my special. Like just me sitting in the green room, like before the special, like he has to think about his whole life.
And then just do a full feature-length film before your special.
Yeah, just all my pictures and shit. I don't know. That's kind of people don't do that anymore at the beginning. I mean, Matt McCusker did it with the rollerblades on Kensington.
Yeah. I mean, some people do it, but yeah.
Would you do it, or would you just go straight in?
I'd probably go straight in. Straight in, I think, would work best for my, how I'm doing comedy.
I just want to be able to smoke wherever I do a special, because I would love to be able to light a joint halfway through. Because I've only done 1 hour, and like halfway through the hour, I was like, boy, I need something up here. I was like, God damn. I'm getting bored.
Yeah, getting bored.
It's a long time to be on stage.
I did half an hour at Macon the other day. It was pretty good. I got bumped up to headliner day of.
Oh.
No, it was fun. It's been a while since I got to do half an hour.
The only time I did an hour, the guy came to me, handed me a check, and as I was about to tell him, like, I think I'll probably just do like 40 minutes. He's like, an hour, right? An hour? You're going to do an hour.
You have to fill the time.
I was like, all right, dude. And then I tried to do crowd work, and it went nowhere. I was like, God damn it, y'all. Give me something. You're like, where do you work? I don't. Like, Florida, you fucking.
I should have guessed,
Yeah. It was rough. Crowd work's rough when you're trying.
Yeah, well, I found you can't try. Mm-hmm. If you try, that's failure. You have to let it happen.
Yeah. It's weird when you watch a comedian and you see that they're only doing it for, like, clips. That's weird.
Yeah, and nothing is ever worth clipping when they're doing that.
Mm-mm. I don't know.
We'll see. I'm doing Skull on Tuesday, and I'm going to try.
How do you do at Skull? You do good?
Yeah, usually.
Yeah. I feel like your comedy is better for, like, a comedy club.
It depends. Some club, I've found it depends a lot on how I get brought up. Like, if I get brought up by a host who just did 10 minutes of crowd work, I'm fucked. Because now the audience is just waiting for their turn to talk. You know?
Yeah, you're like, dude, don't fucking encourage them.
Yeah.
I don't ever do that.
Yeah.
I try not to engage.
Most people don't. Some people do.
Mm-mm.
Some people, like, they focused on trying to figure out that more than jokes. So when it's time to host, they're like, well, I don't want to do these shitty jokes.
Yeah.
And then they just throw off the whole thing that you're supposed to be doing when you're hosting, which is preparing the audience to hear jokes.
Yeah, hosting is hard as shit, though. Yeah. It is tough.
It's the hardest one. That's why you kind of have to learn it first.
Bombing a host set sucks.
I mean, the nice thing about hosting, at least, is that when you bomb your host set, because it happens more often when you're hosting, at least you don't have to do well. Like, if you're hosting, you're doing a job. You're not you don't have to kill. Everybody else has to kill. You just have to adequately do the job.
Yeah. I've tried for I've done like a joke where I like, let me try this out, and it just bombs so bad that you feel bad bringing the next person up. You're like, I'm so sorry, dude.
Yep.
I did a joke one time about you see this joke about segregated dorms. I'd be like, yeah, they want to segregate the dorms in colleges. I was like, we already had that. It's called the athletic dorms. Dude.
That's fun.
And the next comedian I was bringing up was black. I was like, oh man,
no.
I'm out here trying.
Now you're getting roasted as the host?
Yeah, like one lady was like, that's racist. I was like, against white people. Like, what are you doing? Tell me I'm wrong. I was like, one white guy in that track and field fucking dorm.
Man, I still have a soundbite somewhere on this computer from I did a mic. It was when I was in North Carolina, and I don't remember the joke that I did at all. But it was I was trying a new joke, and it wasn't very good. But I was trying it because that's how you write good jokes.
Yeah.
Is you try it and then hopefully can make it good. Mm-hmm. But a lady ended that joke for me because, dude, just like a hammered college white girl, just sitting right in the front row. I did the joke, and then I looked around, and like a couple people maybe giggled, but she just goes in the like that silence, Before I do a new joke, she goes, that's harassment. And I have that as a soundbite somewhere
That's
on this computer.
awesome. Like, thank you from the HR department.
Yeah. That's harassment.
No.
Oh
Always
my
nice of
God.
our human resources to
Yeah.
chime in at a comedy show.
It's like, bitch, we're at a brewery.
Yeah, that's the least harassment that's going on today. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
always tough. Breweries are always tough.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. 4th of July, where are we at with time?
We're over an hour.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Dude, you know what I thought about the other day? Did you have a pool growing up?
Nope.
No? Did
We
you
had-
have a neighborhood
Yeah,
pool?
we had a neighbor who, like, I've showed you, I lived on like 4
Mhm.
acres. So at the back corner of our property, we could just walk right into the neighbor's yard, and they had a pool.
Dude, that's the best. I was thinking about we had like an Olympic-sized pool in this white trash
Whoa.
neighborhood. That's like where they had all these like.
You had an Olympic-size above-ground pool?
No, it was crazy. But one of the things that we were talking about that I remember was you couldn't go in the deep end until you treaded water for like 2 minutes.
Oh, 'cause
You had
they-
to like pass a test. And then you got to play sharks and minnow, and the older kids would drown you in the deep end. So it would hold you underwater. Like, dude, that was when I used to hate Adult Swim. And now that I'm an adult, I was like, that probably ruled.
Mhm.
Like, just like, get the fuck out of the pool, you heathens.
Yeah.
Dude, that was like, we'd have lifeguards that were like on heroin. Like, dude.
Yeah, well, because kids in a pool are like, it's like giving kids cocaine. Like they
Yeah.
are all energy
Mm-hmm.
all the time. And if you're an adult that's just trying to chill in a pool and there are kids around, there's no way around those kids being a problem for you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's
There
just,
is
that's
no chilling in a pool
No.
with kids.
not,
It doesn't
not at
happen.
all.
You can't.
Yeah, they had a dope diving board. Dude, my mom used to let us ride in the trunk when she would drive us down there. And we would have to ride back in the trunk. And you'd have to hang your legs so you wouldn't get the car wet.
Dude. Wait, it was so that the car would stay dry?
Yeah. Like on the way home, if you were wet, your ass was sitting in the trunk.
Get a towel, Lucinda. Come on. That's
Oh, it's crazy, right? I was like, that's insane. We used to have this guy that was like this one-armed ice cream guy, which I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, he's at a disadvantage, bro.
bro.
It's just-
Did he lose the arm or did
I
he?
don't know. We weren't allowed. Like, everybody just kept telling us, like, don't go anywhere with him.
No. He's an ice cream man.
Yeah, as
It's
as
like
a
going
kid.
somewhere with a priest.
Yeah, don't go anywhere with him. We played a lot of Foursquare. They had this Foursquare, like the permanent.
That was a big church game.
Really?
Yeah, we'd play the hell out of Foursquare.
Mhm. No baby drops,
before
treetops.
youth group.
Yeah, dude. It was awesome. I might go to the pool today. I just don't like going where, like, if you go to too crowded of a pool,
It's gonna be crowded today.
you got a bunch of people, like, listening to Kenny Chesney. You know what drives me crazy is when multiple people have their music on.
Yeah, like going over each other.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, guys, we got to fucking make a decision
Pick
here.
a vibe.
My cousin is the worst, dude. I'll go with my cousin Will, and, like, we'll go sit at his pool. Everybody will be there silent. And then we'll get in the pool, and he'll sit down with, like, his fucking speaker, and it's like, whoa. You're like,
Nice,
dude,
nice.
no fucking sir.
Yes, sir.
That is not cool. You can't do that.
You can,
No.
and you should.
You got to at least gauge the vibe of the fucking pool. I always try to go
the
down
vibe
the middle.
of the pool is raining blood. That's what you did when you invited me here.
Yeah, that's like that one time I went and he has somebody at his pool that bitches on Facebook and he's like a tattletale. And so he'll write like paragraphs like so-and-so had more than the guests that they were allowed. So they're telling me that the whole way to the pool, right? Well, I didn't realize that that guy was sitting at the pool. So I was just in the pool talking shit. Like just in the pool like, what a fucking idiot, dude.
And you're like so drunk that you're not noticing all your friends are like,
Everybody's
"Dude."
like, my cousin's giving me the fucking... So I'm pretty sure in the next couple of days there'll be a nasty Facebook
Yeah.
status about me.
Should we read it on the show?
Yeah, hopefully he writes it.
I think he's probably on his third or fourth draft by now.
I mean, who the fuck, first off, is writing?
Probably off at the editor's office.
You're
by
like
now.
Yelp reviewing the pool people. Like, get a fucking life, dude. And he fake reads books.
How do you know?
Because he's not reading. He like never turns the page. He's just sitting there listening to everything everybody's saying.
Whoa. He never turns the page, so he's not even good fake reading.
Like in the statuses, he has direct quotes of things people said. You're like,
bro, I bet he's got that book cut out and he's got a tape recorder in there.
He's probably filming all the girls. Fucking creep.
Well, that's probably the number one reason he's there.
Yeah.
The number two reason, talk that shit on Facebook.
Yeah, it's like, who is reading this? Like, status.
I mean, you are.
Yeah, I am. I'm in there. I'm interested. I also follow this comic from another city that's going through a messy divorce, and I cannot get enough. Like, she posts this shit like a daily update.
Yup. It's funny. I mean, that's what Facebook's for, I guess. Facebook is for if you just have to say something out into the world because you don't have friends.
Yeah. Just scream into the void. Every boomer, like everybody's aunt and uncle, are just yelling on Facebook. Like, people had a field day after that debate. Boy, the Trump boys were out, bro. It was MAGA time. They had a fucking status loaded up as soon as the debate was done.
They were doing it during. They were live tweeting the debate.
What a dark place that is.
Bro, the debate was just, like, I didn't even watch it. But, like, just right off the bat, Joe Biden's on Adderall. Donald Trump's hairpiece looked more like a plate than any hairpiece I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, it looked like he had a plate on his head.
Dude, it's crazy. We're fucked, basically. I'm glad I'm bringing children into the world.
Yeah, good timing.
Yeah, great timing.
But here's the thing. The good news, you're probably all going to die together.
Yeah.
At the same time.
I would love that.
Bro, just huddled in a bed with your family.
Yeah, watching some propaganda on Netflix. Just the real American dream.
I'm going to be smoking my last cigarette.
Yeah, dude. That'll be our Pompeii, just the ashes of... All right, man. I think we did it.
We did.
Happy 4th of July, everybody. Thank you.